Alright, so two push-heavy lineups. Let's see what they can work out here, although arguably big players are going to just try and hold on, go for that late game, going to hope that Lifestealer can break down the DK, although I've got to point out that, of course, DK does have a lot of armor, and a large portion of Lifestealer's damage is done in physical damage. So we'll see what he can do there.
Well, it is, but he does bonus damage based on the opponent's hero's current HP. So that more HP they have, the more damage you do. Obviously, DK has a lot of armor. You don't have to go for the pure HP build. You can just go for hover around 1500, 1600 HP, so he doesn't get too badly countered by Lifesteal. But the bonus damage he does based on their HP isn't. I don't think armor comes into account there. But we'll see just how these two teams want to lane it. I imagine we're going to see Enigma stalling that top lane, with Leshrac at mid and the Lifestealer with the Crystal Maiden at bottom, Chen in the support role. And I'm happy we're seeing a Leshrac farming.
I think that would be absolutely fantastic. Also, I know we were complaining about the Tidehunter not hitting people with his fish. Apparently it's been confirmed that that will be an alternative attack animation for him you can get via an item or some kind of item drop. So I'm looking forward to smashing people with a fish pretty soon.
The question is, would you pay $5 a month for it or something?
I don't think I'd be quite that desperate. Not quite that desperate. And again, Sharp's getting another shout-out, and Shats. I assume that's Shatan.
Yeah, that would be.
Everybody wants to get on Shatan's good side, of course. Going away to the International this year. A cynical. Oh, what is this? What is this?
It's similar. It's on the same lines of the Dolan comics. Let's just say.
Oh no.
It's one of the guys who actually did some code commentating with me the night you were gone. He does these voiceovers for anime and redubs it with some inappropriate stuff at times. Some of it's pretty funny. Some of it's.
Oh, is that like that, like Naruto abridged and stuff? I actually enjoy that stuff. It's actually pretty.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I'll link you to one or two of the better ones later on.
Awesome.
All right, we're ready to go though. Enough anime talk.
Awesome. Whoa, that's a fast smoke. All right then. TongFu smoking up straight away. Gonna charge.
Roshan. If they want to get to Roshan quicker, that smoke will help them. I mean, it'll make them get there maybe like 5 seconds faster than without smoke. But they've summoned the treants already. Yeah, I feel like they might be Roshan.
Yeah, I mean
they've got Shackle.
Definitely possible. I mean, yeah, smoke, and also in case anybody gets up here in time just to spot you. Of course,
I'm not sure what they're going to use to break the Lincolns here, but I mean maybe the Gush or the Shackle. I mean they need something. They want to use the Gush help kill. As they used the Shackle to break the Lincolns, and they summoned some. Oh, he only gets one treant. That's a bit of a mistake there. But I mean Tidehunter, he's tanking. He's going to back off and salve up. Oh, he needs to not get dashed.
Oh, wow. That could have been awkward.
Big players are just completely oblivious at the top lane.
Because I know
Roshan will go down, but this will take up a lot of HP and mana.
But I mean, they'll all be level 2 going to the lane. This is going to give them really, really nasty lanes. Of course, they will sacrifice a little bit of health and regen early on, but I mean, they'll get extra money. They can just immediately start couriering out extra regen items.
They're struggling. I mean, DK's got plenty of sales. They'll just have to take turns tanking it. That's why both those heroes have a couple sales. Now Prophet's going to go in. It's his turn. Yeah. They're actually struggling.
They can do this. I mean, I've seen this happen before. Just, who was it? Skill Difference, is that right? The American team. They did this in the Arena Masters tournament. They did this, and they start off with it was Shadow Fiend involved in the level 1 Rosh, and in fact they went for level 1 or Presence of the Dark Lord just to give him that negative armor, and it worked out because they had Leshrac and they're just popping Edict. So I mean, they'll be a little bit they're going to maybe be about 30-45 seconds late, but it won't matter too much just because they get that extra gold, get that level 2, and having an Aegis straight away, I mean, it's not that useful, but it will just prevent an early gank as well on one lane.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it will help. Whether or not they share the XP between all 5 heroes. Some teams, what they have done with this is they give the XP only to 2 heroes, so you get 2 heroes instantly, like level 3 or 4. They will share it. Shadow Shaman going to pick it up, and now big player's going to be like, oh, that's what was going on.
Yeah, even if you can give it to just one hero, like giving it to something like Lena, straight up, she hits level 5 straight away, and suddenly you've got these level 3, level 2 nukes just coming screaming out at you. Very, very painful indeed. But yeah, they will miss the first wave of creep, the top lane, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. They were going to be a little bit behind XP anyway, just due to the fact that Shen double damage, walk into 3 heroes. It does walk away successfully. They decided not to go on him, mostly because Tidehunter doesn't have the mana for Gush. Otherwise, they probably would have jumped him.
Yeah, that's the other problem for TongFu, is they've used up a lot of their mana, mostly on the Tidehunter, who won't have a Gush for a while now, but he will be able to maybe bring out some clarities or something to himself soon. Bottom lane, we see Prophet up against Enigma. Enigma should win this lane. fairly easily. Prophet should get some farm, but in the end, Enigma will out-level him as well as out-farm him. Chen needs to be careful. This is a trial lane.
Yes, he does indeed need to be careful, although I don't think Prophet's going to be too worried, just because laning Furon tends to just sort of port around, set up ganks and things like that anyway in the beginning of the match. But it will be Rasta. The mid lane, I think, is going to be very rough for big players. Leshrac versus Rasta. Of course, Leshrac has a lot of firepower, but he will have that level disadvantage. And it's the kind of thing you do not want to have against Rasta. Once he starts getting that level 3 zap, the Ether Shock at the level 3, level 2, level 3, it really starts to sting, as well as the fact he can start using the CS and harass at the same time.
Not to mention that Roshan Gold got him this really fast bottle. He's bringing out a bottle and clarity, and that's going to really help him get the lane control going, as Leshrac's still 300 gold away from his. So I definitely think Shadow Shaman should be able to win this mid lane fairly convincingly without any ganks, but we are going to see a Chen gank coming in, and that is what Leshrac needed to help deal with this Shadow Shaman, who already has that bottle.
He does have the Aegis though, so I mean, even the success ball is probably not going to do a whole lot. And I mean, at this point in time, even if Chen wasn't ganked, like, Shadow Shaman could just run in there and start trading hits with Leshrac, just because he doesn't have to worry about dying. Leshrac is going to have to back off in the end. But there they go. They're going to go for the gank. The Zap goes down, but there's the split out as well. The Edict, they might do enough damage to take him out, or maybe not. Furion is coming to try and save him here. Throws down a really good Sprout. Shadow Shaman walking back in, gets taken out, but he gets a kill as well. And all he's going to do is lose the Aegis. The double kill. Great play from TongFu. I'm not sure if they were expecting the Aegis there.
Well, man, they must have known, but I think they just thought they could get it off him and maybe kill him again later. The problem with, I mean, the great decision putting the Aegis on Shadow Shaman is the one hero that big players want to shut down early. They need to win that mid lane. They're going to win bottom. They should do okay at top, but mid lane, Shadow Shaman, you can't give him a good early start. So they want to gank him, but the Aegis means it's so damn hard to do that. As we saw, Prophet was there with the counter gank, 2 kills, going TongFu's favor. That was a great start for them. Already, Boots, Magic Wand coming for Shadow Shaman as well.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, something's going to be kind of a theme for this game is Shadow Shaman spiraling out of control very quickly. He's got 2 in a Shackle now, 2 in the Zap. Just using that to clean up some more creep and a possible, no possible gank up here. Just a bit of creep pulling here from TongFu. Going to try and drag it in the lane. Will they succeed to draw anything, or is he just stacking? I'm not dead. Wait, are those Chen creep? No, they are lane. They are jungle creep.
Yeah, Chen is lurking around mid, has picked up, this is what they're doing, they know they need to shut down Shadow Shaman, so they kill him once, get rid of the Aegis, and now they're going to come look for another gank with this Chen creep. I mean, obviously the problem was last time they both died, they wanted to take the Aegis without any losses, but they're going to go in for another gank, and if this can latch on, they'll be looking okay here, but we may see another Prophet TP, the clap not going to land, Leshrac needs the big stun, and is he going to go for this? There we go, the stun hits, the clap will land, and they should be able to get this kill. No TP coming in from Prophet, so nice little gank, that's what they needed.
I feel like if he just kept running, to his top lane, he would have been just fine, because, I mean, he has boots, neither of them do, so he could have just outpaced them. Yeah. He had no reason to come close to them. I guess he felt like he could dodge the stun, and it only just got him. It only just got him there.
Yeah, very true. Chen doing a little bit of body blocking did also mess him up as well. Yeah, so big plays. I'd say they still those 2 kills they gave up, not the best start. Giving the TongFu getting the Aegis, but that kill is really going to set them on this path. They want to get this nice early game lead in their lanes. They want to shut down Shadow Shaman. They're doing pretty well at bottom, especially with Prophet having TP bot. Actually, no, Prophet. Wow, 18, 19 CS on Prophet. Great farm on him. As here comes a gank from the Chen again. He's being very active early on.
I don't think it's going to succeed though here. Prophet should be able to get away. He will actually just walk away from this. Might even get the Chen. In fact, he's going to steal Chen's creep because he can. Get the experience, get the gold from that. But yeah, no, he's doing surprisingly well. I did not expect him to be doing that well as well. Losing now 19 and 7. Enigma has got a lot of denies, although of course his conversion's factoring into that, I believe. He's up to 13 and 12. But yeah, definitely, especially since Prophet's been away from the lane, he must be playing really, really well. Just CSing, like, just really last hitting extremely well. Yeah. There's not much else you can say about that. But up in the top lane, how is Nakes doing? Nakes sitting on 22 and 5. I'm just going to check DK as well. DK 61. Nakes actually doing a little bit better, interestingly enough.
Even in a 2v3 lane, I mean, it's Tidehunter and... I mean, Chen hasn't really helped out this top lane at all. He's been looking to focus ganks on both mid and bottom. So that's a bit surprising here. I think it's largely to do with Tidehunter and Venomancer spending a lot of time with that neutral pull. So giving more room for the lifesteal to get some farm up. Chen has another smoke coming. I imagine we'll want to get another smoking on this mid lane, but already Shadow Shaman is level 6. Yeah,
I do feel that DK is going to catch up now. That he's got his Soul Ring up and running now. So he's just, and also the extra levels in Breathe Fire. So it's not only just going to help him CS, but he is also going to harass really hard. We see Tyranny having to pop a health bar. He was very low. Has popped another health bar. Has picked up Tread straight away though. While the burning, I keep trying to call him burning. He's not burning. He's just DK.
Yeah. It's a confusing thing. DK, and I mean, he plays for Team DK. He was playing the Dragon Knight when Burning Steam was having him, but right now, it looks like Chen is going to be looking for another creep. Does have the smoke. Decides he does not want that Wildkin, and down goes the Serpent Wards at mid. Leshrac will drop. Nice little ward trap there coming out from TongFu's MU. And possibly going to get this Tier 1 tower as well, although the Serpent Wards will take some damage from the tower.
He might, yeah, he looks like he might do a lot of damage to it. The Serpent Wards are just in range. 6-minute rune should be up. I'm just checking around for it right about now. No, it's actually been used already. Never mind then. But yeah, it looks like nobody's going to go and defend this tower, so he should be able to get this. Although the Radiant, they do have a glyph up if somebody wants to pop it and try and port in and just get sneaked at denying. Or not, they are just going to let that fall there. So the first tier tower going down and a possible gank here on Furion. Once again, they've got a net ready to go as well. Furion back up. I don't think he's going to be able to get away from this. Or maybe he's going to duck into the trees. And no, he does not know this is coming. Here comes the net. Going to pin him down. The stun as well. Maleficent.
He'll need a black hole maybe. He's going to get away. No. Look, there's an ensnare.
Yeah, net just hold
There's
down.
a lot of summons coming out.
Yeah, Eidolons, of course, do so much freaking damage. And a possible gank on top of Gush there. Oh, no, there's the rage though. And Nakes will walk away.
Yeah, Enigma actually went for the max Eidolons, which is normally, I'd say more often than not, you see the max Maleficent and only level 2 on the conversion. But those max conversion doing a lot of damage there, and just the level 2 stun with the ensnare was enough to disable, which is Prophet dropping very, very quickly. And maybe with those max conversions, can look to push down this Tier 1 tower nice and early. I feel with the Chen there, and I mean, it's just a solid Prophet. Prophet doesn't really have much to help defend with. They need to start getting some towers of their own big plays.
Yeah, exactly. Just because, oh well, I've got to say now, Leshrac is a little vulnerable to gank. He has picked up a regen rune though. But yeah, definitely, early towers mean so much extra money, so much extra firepower, especially in this kind of lineup where teams can just sort of, both teams have this really dangerous point in the game where they could spiral out of control, really be very dangerous, because Nakes doesn't need too much fun to cause a lot of damage, just thanks to his passive, really, really painful. And looks like big players are going to make a run on this mid tower. They've got a ton of skeletons coming out. They're just going to use them very effectively. I mean, they're 24 damage a swing. They're not too bad for pushing, although they were summoned a little bit too early by the looks of things. And Venomancer will hold off this push as DK up in the top. I missed that completely. Double kill up there for them.
Yeah, they took out Shadow Shaman, rotating towards the top lane, gets 2 kills. So big players need to make sure they get this mid Tier 1 tower. Otherwise, they are not going to be in a very good position. Losing both here at the top, they're going to lose this Tier 1 top tower. They need to trade as best they can, and they're going to do that at mid lane. Meanwhile, Enigma looking for a trade at bottom. I believe they're going to get both bottom and middle towers. And big players, I mean, losing the life belt, not good for them, but they did get 2 towers of their own, so I think not the worst trade in the world for them.
Wow, they actually did manage to take down that mid tower indeed. And Leshrac also just bottling up now. Might be a bit of conflict here with Rasta. Going to walk into the Chen. They've both got smokes ready to go. It looks like he's got the net. He could actually cancel that. There we go. Finally throwing down the net, but it takes a ton of damage there. Pops the hand of God, but I do believe he will go down unless Leshrac can drop a stun. No, he's got no mana. He won't be able to do anything. Ravage goes down. Does clean up the Chen. Was popping that potion. Gets wasted in the end. Now Leshrac in some serious trouble. Gets cleaned up by a double nuke there. Breathe fire with as well as the Ether Shock. And then the Furion's Nature's Wrath screaming through that fight as well. Doing so much damage. And unfortunately, Beak Blaze losing a lot of heroes there. A little bit slow there. I checked the Chen's creep. He did have the net off cooldown, but was a little bit slow using it to cancel. Might have gotten away if he just popped that before the time had gotten range of the Gush.
Yeah, TongFu at the moment, I mean, moving around the map really well. This Shadow Shaman, I mean, Solon that mid lane did not just say, okay, let's just stay mid, keep on farming. As soon as he pushed down that mid Tier 1 tower, he got active. He kept, whenever he found a room, he'd look for a gank on the side lane. First top, there in the river. And now they're looking to maybe push down some more towers. DK with treads up has 1,400 gold. I'm thinking he might just go for some sort of utility items, whether we see something like a pipe or maybe just a drum of endurance to help his team go for that early to mid game push. Prophet meanwhile has picked up a Midas. That's going to help against the Chen, help get rid of those creeps when they do in the push. As Prophet in a bit of trouble here. The Sprout going to probably be able to TP out here. The stun goes down, cancels his TP, and they should be able to get this kill. The stun from the Enigma, down goes a work.
Yeah, so much he can do there. Try to use the trees to help himself out. But yeah, he would not have been able to port out. Not at all. Not with the Maleficent on top. And would not have been able to use his teleport to get out. I think he was trying to use a scroll from the sound of things. Just so he could teleport out. And then, it's because it's faster. And then, of course, then he could teleport straight back into the lane as well. Would have been fantastic for him. Venomancer has picked up those arcane boots. Just looking around as well. Venomancer's got the arcane boots. Tidehunter looks like, yeah, he's going for that drum as you mentioned before. Although the Serpent Ward's going down this bottom tower, trying to hold off the push. Not quite successful. Herpes will bring down that tower with the Diabolical Edict. And big plays
It does
trying to
actually
catch
get
up.
denied.
Oh, was
They
it?
did
Oh,
deny,
wow.
but,
Snuck
yeah.
in the deny.
I don't know whether it was the Serpent one to the hero itself that denied. I didn't quite see, but they got the deny in there. And big players are grouped up at bottom. Leshrac can actually be sent home here. So it looks like Leshrac wants to get some mana, maybe just go back to the mid lane to get some farm. But Tyranny at the moment only treads and battering. His farm has slowed down. Like you said, DK will catch up. He's got the soaring now, and they're putting up some pressure onto the Lifesteal. Lifesteal, 46 CS. DK has overtaken him with 48 CS now. So like you said, DK looking a lot better now. And there's a blink dagger on Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, and to boot, they've got all these early towers as well, these two fast towers, and that looks like, oh, Shadow Shaman with that blink, you're right, that will be very, very dangerous. Also with his arcane boots, of course, he is a very, very greedy hero in terms of mana, so he does need one of those early boosters, and I've got to say, this is one of the more common builds, and just the fast blink as well as the arcane boots, very, very common for him, gives him a lot of threat range, and the mana that he needs to just cause a lot of pain.
Yeah, no, it's a very, very useful build, and we'll see what he wants to go for next. Maybe just go for that BKB, which we see quite often as well. And right now, big plays, I mean, I feel like they've got they're a bit defensive, and their lineup is all about pushing. I mean, they've got the Chen, they've got the Enigma, they've got the Leshrac, and Leshrac maxing out that Diabolic Edict. Definitely want to be looking to take down some towers early on, but they haven't really been doing that yet. Maybe they need to look to gank this DK, then try to push down this T1 tower, but right now, they just focus on getting some farm up. Chen in the jungle, and a few heroes at top, a few at bottom.
As they're asking, was ES banned? Ilaria Q asking, was ES banned? No, he was not. And I see we're getting some complaints about stream. Oh god, it's not my internet again. I hope. Alright, no, we're getting mass complaints of lag. This is rather annoying. Let me just double check that.
Mine's looking okay, but mine is on 240p, so...
No, it's not. I'm not getting major droppage at the moment.
I think it's okay for some. Okay, yeah, not lagging at 240p, but 240p. I think that sums it up. It's not lagging for me on 240, so...
I just double checked, and I'm not getting a big bunch of frame drops, so not too sure what's causing it then.
Might just be the side or something, but yeah.
See the stun go down, does manage to catch the Venomancer. He's in some serious trouble. The Edict, as well as the pure damage nuke there from Chen. Not much more you could say for him.
Meanwhile, top lane, we see Enigma getting picked off, as well as the Radiant team's Courier, so...
Oh, wow. Oh, how did they lose that?
I think it was either sending something out to the Enigma.
Yeah, that's right. If you die, it doesn't redirect.
Yeah.
Now another tower coming up for TongFu. The Treants as well as Serpent Wards. It looks like even if they come to defend this, they're going to be too late. In fact, mid lane just going, you know what, probably not even going to happen. Screw it. They're going to show up here way too late. So easy tower there for TongFu. They did have to blow the Serpent Wards, but no big deal. I mean, they've taken a ton of towers. It's only nearly 14 minutes in. I think it's about, what, nearly a 6k gold lead. Their experience is around about the same, just about 4.5 there. So TongFu looking really strong. And I mean, they've got all this early game firepower as well, early mid game firepower. Lifestealer trying to save. Lifestealer though sitting on 2.1k gold. What do you think he's going to save up for there?
Probably an armlet. Armlet is sort of the go-to item on this hero. Gives him the damage survivability he needs. And it's all about that burst damage. And also being able to toggle the armlet off and on is great on that hero because of the lifesteal. And it just allows him to really... He's probably the hero that's just most effective on, as we'll see. And look to pick that up fairly fast here, I imagine. Yeah, he's picked up a Glove of Haste, so I think that's going to be what he wants to go for.
Just using the trend here to scout their backside while they farm, of course. They don't actually have any ward. TongFu don't have any wards. A big place probably saw them go, and they did have this ward up here. The question is, do they think they can win a fight there? It doesn't look like. I guess they're just... Or either they didn't see it, or they're just, you know what, we can't win this, let's not bother going in. Which,
I think a lot of these Chinese teams, I mean, you mentioned they have no wards, but that's just something somewhat characteristic. They just have such great map awareness that they don't really value the wards until a bit later on in the game when map awareness can only help you so much, because there's maybe two options the other team have for where they can go. But early on, it's a lot easier to predict enemy hero movements.
And Rasta grabbing himself that Aegis there. Going to be, again, very difficult to tackle. They've got the... Wow. They've actually got a lot of CC here. Very, very scary. DK now 3.8k gold. What on earth is he going for now?
Probably just going to look for some... I imagine this early game push. I don't think we're going to see a Relic into a Radiance. It's not a very strong build. And it's not... I mean, TongFu, I mean, you mentioned they want to push. They want to end this early. Radiance is not going to really help them do that. But DK with this goal, I mean, could just go for a BKB if he really wants.
Yeah, I mean, he's just saving up. I guess he's just waiting to decide what item they really need. Just going to farm for as long as he needs to, and then go, okay, let's get these items now, and just get them all at once, and then go and push. He's sitting on, 4.1 now, although his team, they're holding back a fair bit. Rasta has picked up a star for Wizardry. Could be going for a few things. I'm honestly expecting a 4-star from him in a minute.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I would say. And we do see smoke coming out from Tide and Shadow Shaman. DD Room going to spawn at top. And Shadow Shaman will, he's going to leave that, decides not to pick it up in case, one of those things you smoke, if you pick up a room while smoked, well, the other team can see a room go missing and they can sort of put 2 and 2 together and say, okay, other team has smoked, let's play safe. Although it looks like the Lifestealer of Tyranny has caught on to what's going on. He's going to back off, not get caught out here by those 2 heroes.
Yep, side of things, we're a little bit sus, backs up. Just looking at Shen right about now, got those arcane boots, that's about it. In fact, everybody really feeling a little sus at the moment. They're all just hiding. Everyone's a little bit worried about the Chinese guys disappearing on big plays. Now, Enigma has grabbed up. Looks like he's working towards a pipe. About 800 or so gold away from that. Just trying to figure out what Tyranny's got. Tyranny has finished up that armor, so he's got a fair amount of damage now. Just, I don't know if it's enough to help deal with this. DK, he's actually going for a Sanjin Yasha by the looks of things.
I just saw that as well. Yeah, that's a cute little build. It's not the worst. DK is one of those heroes, I mean, it's not the worst. Everything it gives, it benefits DK. He can do with the HP, he can do with the attack speed. He's not like most carries. Most carries already have either HP or DPS or attack speed, but DK is a hero that kind of makes all of those, as it looks like Shadow Shaman Tide looking around in the jungle. They may find this Chen. Stun goes down to Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman in big trouble. There's the Tide Ravage. Test of Faith with a Holy Hand of God, and now Tyranny on the warpath looking for this Tide Hunter. Will get the Tide Hunter. Shadow Shaman surviving on just 50 HP, and now DK trying to get this Chen, but Chen going to survive. There's the black hole from T-Duck, just hitting the DK, and CM as well as Tyranny doing a lot of damage. Down goes the CM to a Breath of Fire, and Lifestealer looking to keep doing damage, changes target, not going to get the DK. He goes down, and Enigma runs back in and dies. Oh.
I mean, I really felt like Shadow Shaman just sort of dropped his wards, stood his ground and fought, just because, I mean, he's got the Aegis, but he said, you know, I'm just going to hold on to it, back up, and they win the fight anyway. So, proving Draft wrong, I was just like, why aren't you fighting? You've got wards, you've got an Aegis, you're good to go, and he's also picked up a 4-star as well, but he just backed up, used his bottle, came back, got a kill, and then, I mean, if things really got dire, he could just jump in, throw in his wards after that, and his team did really well to hold him for that long, and DK, of course, proving how damn tough he is to kill. And Lifestealer, I think, just changed sides just because he felt that he couldn't. I mean, I don't think he can actually catch DK when he's in dragon form.
No. Well, that's the thing where Lifestealer's quite limited. He gets kited around. As soon as the other team force out or get away from you, you just have to find the next closest target. You can't chase him down and kill him. You just have to attack whoever's closest. In that case, it was the Prophet. He wasn't going to ever kill the Prophet, but he had no option to run. He had no option to chase the DK, so he just stood his ground and fought, and he ended up going down. As here we see Leshrac and Shadow Shaman duking out. It looks like Shadow Shaman is going to get second best. Couple right clicks, down goes Herpes.
It's taken out. I almost thought for a second that he was going to win that, just because Shadow Shaman was taking a lot more damage from Edict than he was taking anything, when Leshrac was taking from the Shackles. As, what was that? Something popped up in chat there. Spectators shouting out at Chinese, something in Chinese. But right now, we've got Venomancer also picking himself up a star for Wizardry. I'm expecting another 4-star for him, just because it's so damn useful for kiting this lifesteal. Like you said, guys, he really does struggle once people start running away from him. The Sanjin Yasha, though, finished on the Dragon Knight, so he's got a bit of attack speed now, got a bit of extra damage, a bit of extra health, but I'm kind of thinking he might want something a little bit major. Like, you might want to go for like a sort of a harder, bigger hitting item next.
Yeah, with the Sanjin Yasha, you can now go for something, maybe an MKB or a Daedalus. Ooh, a bit of trouble at mid. Shen going to send back to CM. That's going to keep CM alive. But definitely now, Shadow Shaman will have the wards up in 20 seconds. This tier 2 tower should be able to drop. They probably don't even need the wards for this. They can save the wards when they want to push in and try to take a rack.
It looks like they will. No, they've decided they're not going to. Don't want to stand Midnight Pulse, obviously, but Enigma actually holding off that bottom push, thanks to his leaving his Eidolons there before teleporting back to mid. Now he's almost got that pipe up running. Will help out a bit. There is a lot of magic damage currently on the Dire side. Do they have a mech incoming is a question. They're still working on one of Chen. He's also relatively close. Looks like they're going to lose this tower though, unless they can sneak in that deny. But this tower is definitely going to go down one way or the other. They just don't have the gumption to defend it right now. The slow gets thrown down. This tower does get destroyed, doesn't get denied. And Nake's unable to get anything to happen there. It's Enigma, no black hole. Yeah, they didn't really. I just didn't want to fight with the black hole down. Wow, Shaman blinking in, zapping them, and then 4-staffing out immediately. Kind of ballsy there.
Yeah, why the hell not? TongFu now have taken down all 6 outer towers in a very good position. Prophet has 3.7k gold. He's got enough for that sheep sick now. which we may just go help pick off heroes and also deal with the lifesteal in those team fights. Tidehunter up to 2k gold. Could go for the Blink Dagger if he really wants some nice initiation here, although he has got that Robe of the Magi, maybe looking to get a Drum of Endurance. And I mean, even Venomancer, Staff of Wizardry up, is going to pick up his 4 stuff of his own to help deal with that life sealer.
I'm almost expecting Tidehunter to just go straight. Just to go straight for a blink at the moment, just because they're doing so well. They don't really need that small buff. And I mean, it's the thing is, like, when the team is doing this well, he can afford just to save for a big item. Doesn't need to spend on the smaller items. Just go, you know what? A Blink Dagger would be awesome. A Blink Ravage would absolutely screw over the other teams. So if I can afford to save up for it, why not? I'm just going to go and grab this. And he's got that little bit of a mana boost already with the arcane boost and the Magi Robe. So he's not really hurting for mana or stats. I think he will. Yeah, there we go. The Blink Dagger is being picked up, so he's just going to jump in, cause all sorts of hell with his ult. And I'm thinking right now, Big Play's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that Blink Dagger is going to really help them push on up that ramp into the Big Play's base if they want to go, because he can just get into such a good position for that Ravage, and then it allows the Shadow Shaman to come in, get a nice ward drop. DK can follow it up, and even if they don't kill too many heroes in the Ravage, they just make sure they kill 1 or 2 and force the rest of Big Place to back off, and the DK with the ulti form, with the Shadow Shaman Serpent Ward, should be able to finish off the tower and the barracks. And that's just the power of that DK Blink. But they're going to find Tyranny at mid. The chain stuns go. There's the Ravage. Tyranny is going to be okay for now. He pops the Rage, pops the wound, looking for the Tidehunter. Eats Infest into a creep. He's not going to be okay anymore as the Venomancer finishes him off. And TongFu narrowly surviving. They want the Chen as well. How doing a lot of damage. Enigma running for his life as there's a buyback coming from Tyranny. This is going to be a short-lived game for Big Players, I feel.
I don't know, the other team, like, currently TongFu very low on, like, they're all about half health. They've lost their ults. I think they're going to have to back off from this. And they're probably going to want to wait, you know, at least a couple of minutes, wait for Ravage to come back, that sort of thing. So I'm thinking, Big Players, while they're looking like in a bit of a grim spot, they should be safe for just the next few moments, I think. Just because all the ults are down. And they're relatively low. Oh, good 4-star. They're dodging the split. It looks like they've decided to actually stay in skirmish, and now Tyranny is in trouble. They jump back on top of him, take him out, and I could have to eat my words here, right now. There is the Yules getting thrown. A black hole there by the Enigma. Do they have a stun to knock him out? It doesn't look like it, although not doing enough damage to bring down the Titan. They're so low. That's so damn ballsy, staying in the fight, although Shadow Shaman goes down. Oh, wait a minute, he's got the Aegis. And Muffin Man also getting cleaned up there.
Dies to a neutral, in fact.
Oh, but, wow.
At this point, Big Play is getting completely wiped out. Even TongFu, fighting on red HP, they just have such great hero control that none of them actually get taken out. They position themselves well, they chain stun their disables, and just in the end, Big Play is just getting baited in and taken out one by one.
TongFu like, what's this? Triumph says we should back up. Fuck that. Let's go and kill everything because we can. Because we're Chinese and awesome at games.
Tower is under attack.
So see Venomancer down the bottom line now has got, oh, he's finished up his 4-star. Also been packing and earn this whole time. Very, very useful when you're pushing hard. And now it looks like they decided to back off. Just finish up some items. Another 3.7k on the Dragon Knight. Oh boy, Big Place in big trouble. 20k gold lead for TongFu. Nearly 16k on the experience as well. Furion just ulting for the hell of it. Wait, was that a dump? No, it was just the ult coming back. I saw the ult come through twice. Like, wait a minute, he didn't get an Argo. He didn't get a refresh. No, he did not. It looks like he's grabbing himself up some damage now. Is that... No, a Maelstrom. Alright. Interesting decision. Don't usually see that one. Normally we see something...
Yeah, a couple of... When we've seen DPS Prophets, I think they've gone from Maelstrom into the Mjolnir. Just because Prophet does have some decent attack speed to actually benefit from the lightning zaps. But... yeah, in general, I mean, Desolator or even MKB has been a bit more popular. I
mean, maybe he's been watching Sing Sing, Maelstrom and everything. It's time for another Maelstrom, 6 Maelstroms on Witch Doctor. Why not? Because you can, because you're Sing Sing. He's been watching a bit of that. But Tidehunter, another 1.2k. Furion spent all his cash, poured down to the bottom lane. Oh, Enigma, not much of a chance. He's going to get taken out very easily there. That's where the Yules was. I'm wondering who had the Yules. It is Shadow Shaman, the Rasta, with that Yules. And it looks like they're just going to clean up this Rosh once again. Take the Rosh and then go for Rax, I think. They'll have their ults up again. I'm ready to go for that final push. And they'll have the cheese this time as well. And it's going to be very, very difficult for Big Players to hold on. Especially since like the Shrek isn't even fat enough really to make full use of Pulse Nova yet.
Yeah, no, he's not even going for the Pulse Nova. He's just going for the Max Lightning Storm, which I think it's the build to go. You need to have those range nukes to help push out lanes and to help just do damage from as far away as possible. But TongFu are just going to be getting too big, too farm. Shadow Shaman blink to the high ground, picks up a Soul Booster. He's going to be going for a Bloodstone. And that is a ridiculously farmed Shadow Shaman.
Oh boy, once he gets that, right now, Soul Booster plus an egg is so damn hard to kill. DK's got the cheese. And apparently some people are trying to say this is a turtle game. I honestly don't think this is much of a turtle game, not from the Chinese perspective anyway. Obviously big plays are turtling just because, I mean, they're on the back foot. So naturally they're going to have to turtle. They don't have an option here, but it's not like they're just sort of going, let's just sort of sit and farm and try and do nothing and pray the late game comes around. That hasn't been their game plan here. They have been trying to get nakes and farm. They have been trying to take towers because it's kind of the metagame right now. You take early towers, you get a huge advantage, and you can't sort of afford to sit back and go, you know, I don't care about our towers, just lose them, it's fine, sacrifice them, just fall back, just defend a little bit. It's not really feasible at this point in time, just because you wind up in this situation where the other team has so much friggin' money, you just can't do anything about it, especially since the supports will have things like Tidehunter goes, oh look, I've got so much cash, I can just go for a Blink Dagger. And now what are you going to do about this? Blink and Ravage. You are so screwed. So he's just looking, just skulking around, ready to jump in, drop that Blink and Ravage. Of course, also hell, the Serpent Wards go down in mid, gonna beat down the tower. There's a Blink, there's a Ravage, grabbing all the big plays. The 4-star in from Venomancer drops the Venomous Gale, the Pipe doing absolutely nothing. TongFu causing all sorts of carnage. The Black Hole goes down, gets cancelled. We're gonna lose Nakes in a second, or we might get DK. DK going down. Did DK actually get to pop the cheese? I didn't get to see. Furion very low as well, has been frostbitten, does go down. As I hear somebody popping back up. Raster is back up and running though, and DK didn't get a chance to use the cheese, but it doesn't matter. They get the 4 out of 5 heroes down. It's only Leshrac left to defend, and there's not much you can do. Prophet is back in already. I think he might have bought back there. Yeah, he must have bought back. He bought back. He's back in the mix. Going to take this mid-racks. Could even sweep top in a second as well. Although the buyback from Nakes might prevent that. Then again, they've got a lot of lockdown for that Raster, so who knows. And Leshrac going to get taken out here. No chance at all. Not a hope in hell. They're shackled down on the Nakes as well. Gets hexed. Gets trashed. He's getting beaten, although he might take out the 4th. And there we go. There's that mobility, causing all sorts of hell for Nakes. A 4-star away, and then he can do nothing. As Tyranny says, take you all on. GG, well played for the Muffin Man. And I guess this is a weakness to Nakes lately. Just too easy to kite.
Yeah, he's just moved all around, and it's one of those things. Those 4-stars are just too damn strong against a hero like Lifesteal. And it wasn't just the Lifesteal. I feel TongFu just outpushed, had a better early game, and in the end, big plays were just on the back foot from the get-go, and that really punished them. And we're going to see them. I mean, look, it didn't just come down to having a Lifesteal. I feel they just had weaker lanes and got pushed down. The mid lane, the Shadow Shaman, with the early Aegis, made a big difference.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that was a smart tap. It was. I guess they just didn't see that coming. The level 1 rush, and of course it did cause all sorts of hell. And the Frostbite does go down on the Shadow Shaman. They are going to gangbang Crystal Maiden though, and the Hex down on Herpes once again. He's going to lose health rapidly. There's not a whole lot they can do, but I mean they've already called the GG World plays. I'm assuming that they've stopped really. Yeah, they have actually already left. So guys, this has been Big Plays versus TongFu. Let me just double check what's coming up next, because of course we do have quite a few matches tonight. There we go. GDM schedule. What is up next? Big Plays TongFu. Giggles versus Ice next. The 2 wildcards for Group C. We'll be duking out. And of course, Ice currently sitting on 4-0 for their groups. They're looking to make it a clean 5 up against Giggles. And I've got to say, I'm thinking Giggles going to this next match will be the underdogs, just because Ice have been so friggin' strong.
Yeah, Ice have been absolutely unstoppable in this group. They're 4-0. They beat TongFu, they beat Big Plays, and they are looking to seal the deal and have a perfect route through their group stage with the 5-0. And if they can get that win, they are on top of their group, and they are going to be one of the teams to beat in this playoff bracket.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they do have some known players though, but in the end, nobody really expected to do this well. It was kind of expected they'd sort of make their way through the open qualifier, you know, get in, have a few matches, but definitely, I mean, go as far as trashing everybody and everything, including TongFu. I think that was like their second match. Was it pretty? No, it was their first match. It was an upset against TongFu, if I remember correctly. It was Dreams who got beaten by Giggles. Giggles, I believe, managed to win there. But guys, thanks for watching. This has been the first match for the evening. It's Big Plays versus TongFu in the Gigabyte Dota Masters Tournament. I'm TongFu Man, and joining me has been gods from Absolute Legends.